I wouldn't quite say it is because, honestly, I don't remember it being fairer than this. Never. Plus, it is the only life I've known, so I don't think it is unfair to me.
Rolling On is a beautiful story.
I read it and I was like, wow. It really touches on stories that haven't been told well in the society.
It is a simple story told in a big way.
Not only was it a crippled guy, the main actor, but the way that the crippled guy is manifested, is shown to us, the character he had, is something different that we don't usually see every other day.
It was artistic. It was putting across a very important point in a very unique manner, something that I really loved, and I was ready, more than ready to work with that script because it was not too wordy like the normal scripts we're used to. It was straight to the point.
Rolling On stands out for one reason. It was a movie that had a message I would want to push and push and push.
The writer tried to portray that disability comes in different ways. You might be able body-wise, but you're not thinking. To me, you're disabled.
Most of scripts on people with disability always depict them as people who are dependent, people who can't survive on their own. But Rolling On gives us a different perspective where we see Ndiga, standing out in a society where people with disability are regarded as not so competent.
I meet people on the streets and they are in pain. I mean, more pain than I've ever been in, both psychologically and physically, and it is eye-opening. You know, sometimes I consider myself lucky to be sheltered in my chair, and sometimes I can just roll away if gravity is on my side. So no, I don't consider them lucky.
I intended to create a character who has emancipated himself from how society looks at him and is trying to pull the rest of the world to view him as they view anyone else. Because I have friends who are disabled and I treat them like I treat any other of my friends, and they don't act disabled. They're just normal people doing normal stuff. They just happen to lack one part of their body. So I can't sing, so I can't sing. I have friends who can sing. To them, they can claim that I'm disabled. So it's just how you look at something yourself.
He gave power to this disabled person. He gave him a different type of emotion as far as his condition was concerned. He gave him ability, even in his lameness. And we see that Nthiga, the lead character, was able to go on with his day-to-day activities as any other normal person.
We know we have these people around, and why don't we tell people about these people? They have the capacity, they are capable of doing a lot of things. They have talents, they can do great stuff. So the only way we could tell people about the film, about the disabled people, is through Rolling On.
There were scenes that in the first draft and second draft didn't make absolute sense, but we sat down with the director and came up with concepts because the writer doesn't know everything. Yeah, it's up to the director to bring out the vision in the script. So the director contributed a lot to the end product of the story, the way it was. We had to change some settings, some character pillars, and I think it was all for the best.
It had a lot of creativity in terms of the writing. Besides the message was very strong, and the creative aspect that was brought into the script writing was great, and I love the way the writer was coordinating the voiceovers and the actions.
I must say I enjoyed reading the script, and above all I enjoyed even editing the script.
I had this story for a long time. I wanted to tell it, but I didn't have an actual platform to express it, because as we know, It was a short concept. So I wasn't sure whether I wanted to put it in a bigger story as just part of it, or as a subtext in another story. But when this opportunity came up, and I was working with individuals who are, I would say, focused and who are demanding for more than the average stories and all that, I got an opportunity to just try and blow it up.
Get guys who you have a good relationship with, then it's so easy to work with them.
Film is the